very, he's very tight held any information. But yeah, he could get information, but I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else? Okay. Well, just remember that the information you gave on Lutia is helpful to me. Anyway, I had a feeling that was happening. When I talked to him, I had that feeling that he was believing somebody that maybe he shouldn't be believing. And a lot of these people tell you they can do all these wonderful things, but we need the money. And I had the feeling when I talked to John Luthier that this was up front. Daggone, man. You can give a little, you got some operating funds, yeah, that's, we're talking $1,000 there. But when you're talking millions,
And he's a Vanderbilt.
you don't give that kind of money without some assurance. And if we could only work, it'd be so simple. If we could only work with our government, we got that information, and here it is, and this is a done deal. Here are people you need to talk to. Blah blah blah. If we tell them the people that I'm working with, I'd be afraid they wouldn't be alive. So this is bad. This is sad. And the second thing, last thing here, I am so incensed when I hear that you were able to bring 61 guys back home, put them in VA hospitals, give them new names and all the rest of it, and they can't even call their wives. Give me a freaking break. That's not right. You don't make deals like that. I wouldn't. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't. Anyway, thank you very much for your attention, I think we're going to start over late. That's troubles getting here this morning. But if nothing else, what this is going to end up, when the Lord says it's time for these guys to come home, they'll come home. And if He doesn't say it's time to come home, they won't, no matter what we do, no matter how much money we have and all that. So, say a prayer for those guys. They're there. Say a prayer for the guys that are working to get them back in your spare time. God bless you all, and thanks for being with us. Yeah.
I just wanted to reiterate what Larry had said about people, wives, if they were in the military, that if something happened to their husband, that they wouldn't want to say anything. That's exactly what happened to Ann Holland. Her husband is missing, Melvin Holland, and she didn't say anything for years, and then she met another woman by chance whose name is Mary Hall, and her husband was lost on the hill also. And they just got together and they found out that they were both the same. Husbands were missing and didn't know if they were missing or shot down. And they were not saying anything for years until these two wives got together, because they were threatened that they would lose their husband's funding, or every monthly, their income, salaries, I'm sorry. And so they were actually afraid to say anything to anybody until these two wives got together and they decided that they were being lied to by the government, and Ann Holland actually had sued. But Larry's exactly right. It happened to people here that are Lions friends, and now Mary Hall is deceased. And Ann Holland is still fighting the good fight for her husband. But it's true, people can get
believe the government.
You believe it and you don't want to. And our mom and dad, my brother's missing, they weren't docile, but they thought that they were told, when they were told don't say anything because we're having people look for him, and then one of their comrades came back and said nobody ever looked for him. It was too raining and it was too foggy. Nobody went out and looked for him the way they said. And so we started learning then that we were being lied to, and so that's when the fight started, pretty much, by Eleanor, who was with the League when it first started and realized that the League was not doing anything for the live sighting reports for the live Americans. That the League from the very, after the couple of years they were doing good, and then they just started to want to know about bones and wanting to be buried. And Eleanor quit and started her own organization in Arizona, and now we have with the National Alliance of Families. So, off my soapbox, but thank you very much.
Yeah, and in regard to the last comment, you know, this is so important. If people like that, her sister, herself, do not continue to fight, then we have no place to go. We have no place to contact people. We have, well, we do, but it's much more difficult and much harder for people to believe. So we're going to have I think, I don't know if you talked to the party or not about continuing, but President apparently, you can fill me in because I didn't catch it, I just got a piece of it. But apparently the President made some comments or tweeted something regarding the ending of the Rolling Thunder in Washington. I don't have a bad idea to spread it out into different places and make several centers. And that's a good thing, but I do think we ought to have some kind of a core here in Washington and have it continue, because they don't have access to the president. We do. Especially this one. If he's saying it, continue on, then, you know, you're going to expect some cooperation. But to have to pay $29,000 to park our Pentagon parking lot.
Because we paid for it for their doctors. Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No sense at all.
I heard today he's gonna look into,
That's what he said on the news.
it's a Rolling Thunder, parking lot situation. Maybe it's not over.
No, but like Artie said, a beautiful interview. It was only short, but what he said made sense, you know. He said, you know, these people are coming from great distances. I'm 73, he said, and these other guys are the same. To put us on a bike for 2 or 3 days to come to Washington, that's hard. And so he said, well, we're going to do it. We're going to go and do this on a regional, a local basis. And the different chapters they'll have the same thing on Memorial Day, but they won't have to drive so far to get to the event. Maybe it'll work out better, who knows? But I still think they ought to have something here in Washington. And, you know, who knows, if we get something going here with this. And I gotta talk to, hey, John, I gotta talk to Ewan and Luthier about this thing, because I have some stuff going too, and we can. I believe in sharing information to a point, but because if you don't have the information, you don't know. You're only operating on half a cylinder. You need to be operating on with full knowledge. If other people have information that can help you, like I just provided this morning, you know, you need to know that. And also in regard to your remark, well, my mother was one of those. She was a mother of a civilian in Vietnam, prisoner. And they told her that we have information that Larry Stark may have been captured. If we find out anything else, we'll let you know. For 5 years, they couldn't find anything. Hell no, they knew who the hell I was. So she wasn't about to do anything until one of the military wives took her under her wings and said, "We'll help you, because we know that the State Department is not going to help you." And so she was with the what's her name? The one that started the league.
And Mills?
No.
No, not
No,
before.
and
Oh,
Mills.
you're talking about before.
Ann Mills did not start. I don't remember the name. Sorry.
Anyway, she was the admiral's wife, and she decided, like you're saying, hey, we've been quiet. We haven't said anything to anybody, and it's gotten us nowhere.
Was it Stockdale?
Stockdale was one of them. Yeah, there were about I think 5, but Stockdale was definitely one of them. And and when they did that, the POWs will tell you things improved for them. Once the Vietnamese knew that we knew that they were prisoners, that the families knew that they were prisoners, then things started to happen. They got packages, little packages, goodie packages here and there. I never got one, but anyway, boom, man. So,
Evelyn Grubb?
I think she may have been one of them, yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Wave of Wilmer Eden Grubb.
But, and again, I emphasize the point that by hook or by crook, we need to continue these organizations, like the Alliance, for just a little while longer anyway. And we gotta have somebody to be there when these guys come home.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody. We're going to have our lunch break now, so we'll see you back at 1:30, please. Thank you.
Ready for lunch?